Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a well-fought toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budri Warugul, everyone. Good evening and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this evening. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Burrungai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here this evening. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unknown, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20 to 30,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life for us, and not so long ago. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I'd just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective future. Thank you. Young.
Distinguished guests, I'm pleased to introduce Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Louise Mason. Deputy Chancellor.
Thank you, Mariella, and thank you, Chris, for that warm welcome to country. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, all our graduands today. It is my great pleasure to welcome you here to this graduation ceremony. It is our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. If we have any small children or babies in the room, please feel free to let them make noise and run around. We do not expect them to sit for 60 to 90 minutes quietly, and they are very welcome here at a Macquarie University graduation as they are our students of the future. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in the pursuit of your end goal. You've worked very hard to get to this point, and you should feel proud of what you've accomplished. We as a university are just as proud of your achievements, and I'm pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you today. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you have been invited by one of our graduands to share in one of the greatest days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Our graduands may not realise it, but you are about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say 1500 AD, and look to see what social institutions were around and are still around today, you find only about 60, including the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons. All the rest are universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you're wearing and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. We all realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient universities. In fact, we're just over 50 years young. And though we are among the youngest universities in the world, we're very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony today. We all know that youth, however, has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research excellence, research engagement and impact. We are continually progressing by extending our research partnerships, course offerings and facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built upon a collaborative and connected learning community. This is a very exciting time for Macquarie University amidst much change, as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. No doubt you would have witnessed all the development happening around campus as you arrived today. We have more than 214,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear we're looking forward and we're on the move, and so are each of you. Some of the things we all value so much about Macquarie, however, will not change. When I was a student here and during my time on University Council, a defining feature of Macquarie was and remains the friendliness and inclusiveness of our staff and students. This is inherent to our culture, and I anticipate that it always will be. Remember, you will always be welcome here. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters might diverge. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. Distinguished guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this great occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of a community of scholars that we proudly call Macquarie University. But before that, it's also my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ms. Rachel Slade. Rachel was appointed to the role of NAB's Group Executive Personal Banking in June 2020. Previously, Rachel was Chief Customer Officer with overall responsibility for delivering exceptional service for the bank's customers and Executive General Manager Deposits and Transaction Services, leading the development of products and payment solutions for retail, business, corporate and institutional customers. Rachel joined NAB from Westpac at the start of 2017, where for more than 10 years she held a number of senior executive roles, including leading the global transactional services business and the customer-led transformation in the retail and business bank. Prior to joining Westpac, Rachel worked as a financial services strategy consultant with Anderson Consulting. Rachel holds a Bachelor of Economics with honours from Macquarie University, is a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors and a graduate of the Harvard Business School's Women Leadership Program. I now invite Rachel Slade to deliver the occasional address.
Well, good evening, and thank you for that very kind, little bit overwhelming introduction. I am Rachel. My pronouns are she and her. Before I continue, I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting this evening and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I would also like to acknowledge the presiding officer, your Deputy Chancellor, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, and your support crew, family and friends. What an important day this is for all of you. A day of celebration, achievement and reflection. The end of the beginning. The opening of a new, exciting and maybe slightly terrifying chapter. Like you, I am a proud graduate of Macquarie University. I graduated with an honours degree in economics. I sometimes put in brackets, it was second class. I sat here, well it wasn't here, it was over in E7B, at my graduation more than 25 years ago in 1996, before many of you were born, which is quite a scary thought. Paul Keating was the Prime Minister. There were mobile phones back then. They only did two things, make calls and take calls. And Tom and Nicole were still a thing. Windows 95 had been launched as a game changer for personal computers, and I actually used that to write the address that I was lucky enough to give to my graduating class. I called my mum recently to see if she still had the video. She's quite a hoarder. She did have it, but she'd managed to convert it from VHS, some of you will know what that is, onto I think it's onto a DVD, which we didn't actually have the technology to play that, but my kid's Xbox came to the rescue. Seeing that video again so many years later, I was just struck by the wonderful naivety that I and we had. It's the same naivety and candour that I see in my children and in the younger people I meet today, this beautiful sense of endless possibility. And watching that address also brought back for me some fairly strong memories of being here at Macquarie. The look and feel of photocopy cards from the library. That's the only way you took anything out of the library. The way my French econometrics lecturer pronounced heteroskedasticity, a word I will never forget. The sound of the overhead marker squeaking on the transparencies as a man, his name was Rod, with the neatest writing I'd ever seen, taught me all about macroeconomics and public policy. The taste of the brown rice with satay sauce in the cafeteria, because that's all I could afford, except on special occasions where I'd have a Jupiter bar for dessert. And the feel of the grass as we sat there and enjoyed Conception Day. Take a moment now and soak it all in, because one day, like me, you'll be looking back wistfully at your time at Macquarie, and possibly the thought of the cafeteria food as well, I promise. But today, more than 25 years later, I stand before you as a proud Macquarie graduate, and also a failed engineer and a failed economist. Look, I'll level with you here, Macquarie and even economics was not my first choice. I set out to become an electrical engineer because maths and science was my thing. Despite being very popular in my first year of uni, which I suspect had more to do with me being one of 7 women in a class of 238 than my vibrant personality, I found it incredibly boring. So I took a break to reassess my pathway, and then I found myself here at Macquarie a couple of years later, enrolled in a Bachelor of Economics with Business Law. I continued into my honours year with an extraordinarily patient supervisor, Percy Ip was his name, as I struggled to find a topic that I was passionate about for my thesis. We eventually settled on the relationship between interest rates and inflation, which made sense until about 2009 and certainly doesn't make any sense today. And as I got towards making a decision about my career path, my fellow honours students were gravitating towards the Reserve Bank and to Federal Treasury, and I just couldn't see myself there. So I decided that I was not going to be an economist after all, which I don't think surprised Percy one bit. But it did highlight an important lesson for me though, and it's the first of 3 that I want to leave you with this evening. Knowing what you don't want to do is equally as important as knowing what you do want. Be ruthless about what makes you happy and stay curious. Since that day and throughout my career, I've tried to seek out challenges and unique opportunities, looking for people I could learn from, problems to be solved, challenging the status quo when I didn't feel that things were right for me or for my colleagues, for my family and friends or for my community. So I'm not an economist or an engineer, but I am a lot of other, potentially more important things. I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, a mum, a partner, an LGBTQI ally, a sister, and a compassionate presence for people who need me. Now, I'm conscious I have possibly offended all the engineers and the economists here, so I will move quickly to my last 2 pieces of guidance for you. I often get asked what the best piece of advice I've ever been given is, and I've been fortunate enough that many wise people in my life have had much brilliance to impart, but here's my favourite. Worry much more about how you feel than about what other people think. This will require you to dig deep, get to know yourself, where your centre is, what drives you, your purpose, your values. And if that all sounds a bit overwhelming, keep it simple. Follow your gut. It knows what's right for you. And finally, for those of you who have a keen eye on what's next and the brilliant career that awaits you, when you are making those choices, taking a next step, weighing up options, I'd like to encourage you to choose the one that's a little bit terrifying. It might not be the safest, it might make you feel a little bit sick or like an imposter, but I can promise you it'll be the one that stretches and challenges you, that teaches you the most. I'm so delighted to be here with you to witness this brilliant milestone. I wish each and every one of you a fabulous future, filled with possibility and adventure. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you, Rachel. And also as a second-class honours graduate, there is nothing wrong with second-class honours. Thank you for giving your time up for us today, and I think they were great words for our graduates. Really appreciate it. Thank you. As Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on our Acting Registrar, Professor Mariella Herberstein, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being present here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Rahat Munir, Head of the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance at the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Munir.
Deputy Chancellors, the graduates at this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School represents the modern vision of the long history at this university of teaching the next generation of leaders in the field of economics, finance, actuarial sciences, business analytics, marketing, management, and accounting. Our school prides itself on a simple focus, due to the power of us. The great economist and philosopher Amartya Sen, winner of 1998 Nobel Prize in Economics, once said that true liberty is to have a freedom to live the life one has reason to value. So it follows that our true purpose at Macquarie Business School is to empower you, our students, to lead lives you have reason to value. I have every confidence that each of you who sits before us today will rise to and join the highest echelon of leadership in Australia and beyond. Sitting amongst us are tomorrow's CEOs, entrepreneurs, business administrators, not-for-profit leaders, and perhaps even future academics. So as you leave this place, I want you to remember this most important question as Macquarie University graduate. Macquarie University is a public university committed to a public good. Therefore, when a difficult ethical, social challenge comes your way, the question you must ask yourself is, how will I serve? Deputy Chancellors, I present to you the graduates from Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Nicholas Gongoles. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Yoon Ha Kim. Shreyas Mala. Your Amal Mathers. Liam Matthews. Hamish Mackey. Cassandra Montanos. Janita Mudalior. Emily Mustafa. Dukshana Naduraja. Kavita Nanand. Michael Niwaski. Jennifer Nguyen. Liane Nguyen. Nop Chang Vian Nguyen. Chi Tu Hat Nguyen. William No. Wasimullah Nusrat. Alana O'Connor. Maggie Pan. Christian Papageorgius. Patrick Pastrolo Jean. Saloni Patel. Vanessa Patro. Jackie Punsa Van. Liam Thomas Parr. Dylan Parasat. Danisha Parasat. Zajia Cheo. Tejas Raja Gopalan. Ajay Raju. Anitra Ramaswamy. Janika Tasmini Rana Singh. Rika Minji Rao. Ramina Ravindra Raja. Joel Relunia. Michael Richardson. Adriano Rivizzi. Melanie Rondan. Madison Ronkley. Saskia Rocks. Jack Ryan. Varun Sahi. Sean Sahota. Joel Santos. Anika Server. Baron Seagrave. Dhiraj Sethi Gari. Maria Safikas. Banika Singh Roy. Samira Shah. Andrew Hoshan. Peter Shashnuda. Shun Lek Mu Ong. Madeline Sinclair. Jaskirat Singh. Savkirat Singh. Galagama Ahraj Chiga Yushani Shri Vadane. Benjamin Snydaro. Chuk Fang So. Bruno Souza Lopez. Kushi Srivastrava. Matthew Steck. Demirati Stefano. Natalie Stepek. Kimberly Street. Emily Sutrajat. Chika Sukumar. Anna Sutters. Chi Tan Hu Zhen. Angelisa Tam. Brittany Taylor. Michael Chuperian. Thomas Timmins. Rochelle Tobji. Anne Tran. Charles Tran. Kun Kwan Paul Tran. Hannah Tran. Jenny Tran. T. Min Tam Tran. T. Funk Ni Yu Tran. Tiffany Tran. Wendy Tran. Linda Chi. Lauren Franks. Feng Shui Sim. Chun Lin Chua. Jennifer Crozes C. Alex Ang. Muhammad Usman. Praveen Utaya Nadern. Alice Varikos. Was. Ellen Was. Callum Witch. Jordan Wedge. Bridget Villasmil Rivas. You are Nikita, okay. Nikita Binok Ru. Nicholas Bibliotis. Adam Voice. Joanna Walsh. Joanna Walsh. Oily Wang. James Watt. Danisha Vijaya Nanantan. Matthew Williamson. Georgia Willis. Jack Wilson. Back. Emily Chu Chin Wong. Parkin Kospa Wong. Jennifer Wu. Yuchia Wu. Jasmine Xian. Jilang Xiar. Xian Shu. Cheng Zheng. Sheng Zhang. Yiqing Jia. Eken Yilmaz. Jingyi Qin. Shuhai Xuan. Ahmed Zafar. Kristen Zenith Tudis. Min Tan Zeya. Jing Roy Yang Zhang. Yu Zhang. Yu Zhou. Zedong Chu. Deputy Chancellor, that completes this evening's presentation of the graduates from the Macquarie Business School.
Deputy Chancellor, I call on Ms. Yu Zhang, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms. Yu Zhang.
Hi, good evening, Deputy Chancellor and members of university, fellow graduate and guests. Welcome to the graduation ceremonies. I'm grateful to stand here and speak on behalf of the graduate on this sacred day. First, I would like to thank my parents for giving me this opportunity to study abroad. Without their unwavering support, I would not have been able to do what I did. And my life could have taken a different path, but who knows? In China, we always talk about fate, which has guided me to meet all of you here in Australia, in this wonderful place at this memorable moment. Here, I have got a lot of support from my tutors, especially the ones I had in my first favorite years. In the beginning, it was difficult to me, whether it was the pronunciation or the speed of speaking, but my tutors showed a lot of patience for me, even when I asked them to repeat their question again and again. They sound so built up my confidence to talk to everyone. So I'm very grateful for these tutors. Well, I think almost of us have witnessed the demolition and the rebuilding of the hub, the birth of the container restaurant, and now, when I walked into the campus, there are many memories came to my mind. Let's back to the 3 years ago. I just met a very nice lady. That one is my first time come to Australia, also Macquarie University. And my English also very broken oral English. And I even don't know how to say orientation. So I just use the Google Translate to hear that, okay, orientation, I remember that. And I just walked and find that lady and say, hello, I'm sorry, I'm here for orientation day, but I don't know where that place, so where should I go? The lady, seeing my hopelessness, she guided me directly to that place. Her kind behavior made me fear about changing to new place, dissipate. And I felt I made a wonderful decision to choose Macquarie University. Compared to the weekend attender me who first entered the school, now I stand here giving a speech as a graduate, as a Chinese. I have witnessed the change of Macquarie, and Macquarie also has witnessed my growth. I think the end of university is the beginning of a new journey in our life. Some people maybe choose to start their part-time or full-time jobs, while others maybe continue their education or even pursue a master's or doctor's degree. I hope that after today, the graduate here can be proud of what we have accomplished in the past 3 years. Finally, whatever direction you choose, I hope that you will have all the best experience in your choosing path and that you will be blessed along the way. Congratulations again on your graduation. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, you, and thank you for sharing your story. And I'm so glad you had such a wonderful time at Macquarie. Well done.
Silver moon above the deep dark sky, through the vast night pierce your rays. This sleeping world you wander by, smiling on men's homes and ways. This sleeping world you wander by, smiling on men's homes and ways. Onward, past you glide, tell me, oh, where does my loved one bide? Onward, past you glide, tell me, oh, where does my loved one bide? Tell him, oh, tell him I seal the moon. Mine are the arms that shall hold him, that between waking and sleeping, think of the love that enfolds him, that between waking and sleeping, think of the love that enfolds him. Tell him, oh, tell him who does for him stay. Light his path far away, light his path. Tell him, oh, tell him who does human soul, should it dream of me, let my memories awakened be. Oh, moon, do not wane, do not wane, moon, do not wane.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ms. Angela Brewer, and I'd like to thank her again. Angela is also the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Thank you, Angela. Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Heather Moen-Boyd. And on the Chinese transverse flute, Dr. Chai Cheng-Ning. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who come today to celebrate this occasion with us and who give up their time at every graduation to make sure we run smoothly. Thank you to those alumni. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of that bigger Macquarie family, that alumni network of 214,000 graduates spanning across 140 countries. They all welcome you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We will look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times you spent here as a Macquarie student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. And remember, you don't have to be Einstein to change the world. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So I urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. Sometimes you don't have to do much to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a kind gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that, as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here, not only for your own benefit, but also for the benefit of our community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also my hope that you will always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of you whom are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. Firstly, would all our new graduates please stand? Please place your testamers on your seat and turn to face your family and friends. And please give them a big round of applause. You can turn back around this way now, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais are just some of the representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in also thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamers. You worked very hard for them. Soon I will lead the official party out into the courtyard and we will be followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over the centuries. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, but most importantly, happiness. Now, I might ask everyone to please stand. I'll lead the official party out, followed by the graduates, and then please join us for refreshments. Thank you.